welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kelvin Villalobos Ruiz, Coach K. Today we're going to be talking about pitch and assist, how to do the proper and correct assist behind a play, and we're going to talk a little bit about PFP. What does PFP means is pitchers fielding their position, right? That's what it stands for. That's very fundamental. You see a lot of guys practicing a spring training with the teams. It's very important. Let's get it. All right, so let's talk about PFPs, right? We practice this in college, maybe in high school a lot too. Pitchers fielding their position, that's very important. Pitcher becomes another infielder, right? If you have a good pitcher right there, that's why there is Gold Glove awards for those pitchers. They can field their position. They're athletic enough. So let's talk a little bit about that. On my previous video of pitching, I taught you how to follow through. And today we're going to talk about the importance of following through and getting into a fielding position, right? So as soon as you do all the wind-up, all the stuff that pitchers do, we want to, for the most part, fall on this position facing the home plate, just because that will put us in a better fielding position, right? That's going to get us ready for a potential double play right here. Set our feet towards second base. It's going to put us in a situation where we're successful. We want to field bunts. I've seen this a lot where like lefties have a tendency, we look for that as catchers and as opposite players. We look for that. If you have a pitcher that has a tendency to fall in this way, guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna bunt this way all day long. It's a lot harder to come from here than coming from straight here, fielding a ball and having that that going on that way for you, right? So let's talk about this. As soon as you pitch, you want to sit here waiting for that bunt, waiting for whatever it's happening. Your catcher is the one who's gonna lead you, right? He's gonna guide you to the base that you want to throw. So let's say a bunt happened this way or a ground ball. Your first instinct always, as soon as there is a ground ball that way, your first instinct should be staying right here first. As soon as you saw that ground ball, whatever, to first base, bunt, anything, you're gonna start running this way, right? We're gonna field that ball to help our first baseman. Usually the first baseman is looking at us. He's saying ball, 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 ball. He's about to field it. And the next thing we're gonna do is remember that you have a runner coming down the line. He's coming fast. He's trying to get saved. So the first thing we're gonna do is, as soon as we're running, if you're right-handed or left-handed, it doesn't matter, we're gonna present a target to that first baseman where we want it. Usually and typically, the ideal situation, it will be that the first baseman throws it towards that bag right there in front of you. Why is that? Because if he throws it behind you, then it's gonna be a lot harder to catch that baseball and then tag that bag. So what we're going to do, once we're about here, we know we're ready to field that bag, take our position, get the target out there for the first baseman. As soon as you get the target, he's gonna throw it about here in front of you, and this is the way we're gonna attack. We're not gonna attack that base and get across, right? Why? Because the runner is coming, he's gonna tackle you, you're done. Career is over. What we want to do is create a loop right here, what we call the banana. As soon as you get off the mound, you're gonna create that loop right here where you're walking by the line, right next to the line. We're not walking towards the line, we're just walking this way towards the right field pole, right side, because once you're here, you're about to field that, you're tagging that corner, that inside part of the bag, the first side, the runner is coming this way, and you have it right here, right? This is the way we're gonna field, right here, here. That's very important. As soon as you catch it like a first baseman, get out of there, protect your feet, right? As a pitcher, that's your asset, right? Your feet, your legs, we're gonna watch for that. So like I say, banana, you walk by the line, next to the line, you're not walking towards it, we're going right here. As soon as you catch it, get out of there, move the ball around, you got an out. We prevent injuries, right? All right, so we pitch, we saw there's a ground ball right there. The first thing we're gonna do, field right here, target, catch it, get out of there, we move around. All right, what we're gonna talk about now is the pitcher is assisting the play, right? How do we do this? Assisting the play means that you're gonna cover you're gonna be the backup behind that play, right? Just in case anything happens. The outfielder throws over the third baseman head, over the catcher's head. You're already backing up that position player. You're already back there, so you prevent those runners taking that extra base, advancing, right? The way we do that is, as pitchers, we have a lot in our head, right? Taking the signs from the catcher, the coach yelling at you, throw strikes. You're thinking about how your dad doesn't come to the games. Yeah, we think about all that. But you gotta make sure that you focus on the game. This is a 9-inning game for 2 hours. You gotta stay focused, right? Us as catchers, we get headaches, calling pitches, thinking about all that stuff. You gotta stay in the game. One pitch that you throw in the wrong spot, it's a home run, right? One play can change the game. If you don't do this assist well, 0-0 game that you're throwing, just because you didn't cover, the ball advanced, that's a run. We don't want that, right? So we gotta do this, work on these fundamentals. So enough of talking, let's do this. Once you're here on the mound, of course you know where you have runners, right? You know you have runners on first, you know you have runners second, you have runners in scoring position. You gotta think about possibilities. What's gonna happen if the ball is hit to me? What's gonna happen if the ball is hit to the left fielder, center fielder, right fielder? How am I gonna field it? If I get a ground ball to me, I'm gonna go 2-2 depending on what the catcher is yelling. I'm gonna turn that double play. Let's start with runner on first. If we have a runner on first and the ball is hit towards right field or center field, the center fielder, most likely that runner, depending on how fast that runner is, he's gonna want to advance, right? So you gotta know that beforehand. So what's gonna happen is that if we throw, there's a base hit to center field, right field, most likely towards left field too, they're trying to advance. So the first thing we're gonna do is come fill our position, right? Back up the throw. The throw is already coming this way. We want to get here as fast as we can. If the dugout is pretty close to this, then you know that you can't do anything else. But if you have room back there, you want to get at least 5 to 10 feet, depending on how far you want to get, how strong that right fielder's arm is, the center fielder's arm. So you want to be here, depending on the throw. If it's coming this way, you want to be back here, backing up that throw, right? You got to have that in mind. The throw is coming from right field, the throw is coming from center field right here. We cover behind that third base right here, filling our position. All right, that's with runner on first. If you have runners on second and first, you know they're in scoring position, or at least the runner on second is. So what we want to do is make sure that we get to our position, stay alert on what's happening. If you give up a base hit, most likely that runner, it's about to score, right? He wants to score. So we're gonna go behind that catcher and cover, back up that home plate, back up that catcher, right? But if there's a fly ball that he's gonna tag to go the extra base to third base, then we're gonna go there. My main advice is that anything, as soon as you see contact, your first move should be floating right here. Runner on first and second, as you hear contact, float right here. Turn around and check what's happening. If it's a fly ball, he's probably gonna tag. I'm floating right here already. I'm gonna back up here behind that third baseman, right? I'm gonna back up, I'm gonna cover that throw. That's why you stay floating here. But if it's a base hit, this is the reason why you're floating here, because you don't know if he wants to score, or you don't know if he's already in scoring position and we're gonna get that runner from first, right? So you're floating here, seeing what's happening. Okay, he's got a chance, he's probably gonna score. We come right here and we come back up that throw from center field, right field. We back it up right here. At that point, you forget about that play happening over here, because we want to cover, or we want to back the catcher up. We want to get this baseball. But like I say, the main thing, as soon as you hear that hit, that if the ball is hit, you want to stay floating right here. Like I say, if he's tagging, you turn around, you go to third base. If it's a base hit, you go behind the plate. All right, so that's runners on first and second. Runners on second and third, same thing, pretty much, most likely same thing. As soon as you hear that hit, as soon as you give up that base hit, you're gonna come here, runner second and third. Remember, if it's a base hit, you're floating right here, because most likely either he's gonna stop there or he's gonna try to score. So you gotta see what's happening on the play. You gotta see everything, where everything is happening, right? But you wanna do it quick, because most likely the catcher is gonna want to see what's happening during the play. He wants to accommodate the cutoff man, that is gonna be the third baseman or the first baseman right here. So you gotta get out of the way, you gotta do it fast. So runner on third and second, let's say it's a fly ball, he's trying to tag. As soon as you see that, he's about to tag. Okay, we're gonna start running this way, behind home plate. Throw is coming from the left fielder, center fielder. You come back here, like I say, 5-10 feet, not that far. And we get right here, we get down, we catch a ball if it comes our way. If it's a base hit, you know he's already gonna score. You can come right here. Like I say, floating is the main part. Just stay floating here, watching the play, get out of the way, get where you're supposed to get. That's gonna save you some runs, and that's gonna save you some your coach yelling at you. That's fundamental stuff. Every team should practice this. Every pitcher should practice this. Like I said before, scouts are looking how hard you can throw, 90 plus, that's okay, but how good you do these fundamental things, right? They don't want to waste too much time teaching you these things, because these things you got to practice every day on your own, and you got to know this stuff, right? So that's it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you get something out of it. I enjoy teaching you this. Like I say, comment on the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, share, like with your friends. Soon I'm gonna be having some cool stuff. I'm gonna be having some bat grips I have coming up. Stay tuned for that, and make sure you stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Let's get it.